I'm Aris Lanaridis, guitar and music lecturer, performer and composer based in London. My performances are based on a composition of sounds I record and turn into backing tracks, guitar looping, creative use of technology and visuals. Sometimes I also bring on stage musicians with instruments from different cultures to improvise. I like to make my performances thematic and use my creativity to make people enjoy, but also think and reflect. But today I'm going to talk to you about a new approach to music interpretation and composition that I have developed and have been teaching in seminars, workshops and masterclasses since 2009. I call my approach Perform the Story. Perform the Story connects music and emotion through stories in order to offer a different way of looking at music. The idea came to me in 2009 when I was asked to design and run a seminar in Spain. I tried to come up with something fresh, interesting and, if possible, innovative. I suddenly remembered that my guitar teacher once used a true story to help me interpret a guitar piece we were working on at the time. I then remembered how I myself used this technique with a student of mine many years later. This time, I didn't have a real story and so I came up with a fictional one. The results were amazing. In no time, he managed to play the piece in his own personal way. The idea of a connection between music and stories instantly got me. I worked on this idea and developed it into the Perform the Story approach. Perform the Story works in two ways: for creating music for a story and for teasing stories out of music. I believe the two ways are linked. If I introduce musicians to composing music for a story, it will be easier for them to work the other way around and make up stories for a piece of music they play. I see in this idea great potential for musicians to reinvent composition and interpretation.
I initially was slightly suspicious of it as a way of learning, but what I realised and what it's really helped me with is applying feeling to the pieces. The way I generally learn music is just to get all the notes right, play it at the right time, make sure it's accurate, and I often completely forget about actually playing the piece with any emotion, any feeling, any dynamics to make the piece sound better and be more enjoyable to play.
In the composing part of Perform the Story, we explore language, emotion and musical elements and test out how they fit together, how feelings and music connect in our soul and express each other. The story, as a background, helps with finding rhythms, chords and melodies to make music that expresses matching emotions. When we have explored ways to compose or choose music under a specific scenario, like a story, we have developed a skill that is invaluable when we compose or supervise soundtracks for films, theatre or any type of storytelling visuals. Composing, of course, also links to performing. As a tool for teaching performance and interpretation, I use a reworked type of storyboard that I call story score. Think of story score as a way to visualize the story that music creates for you. Think of it as a different type of score where you have your music and your story written or drawn in parallel. In other words, musicians can use story score to turn a piece of music into a storytelling. Perform the Story does not mean you are being disrespectful to a musical piece in any way. It simply helps you find your own connection to a piece of music, your individuality in the music and as a musician. It makes your playing more personal, and that in turn makes it more interesting and inspire for your audience to listen to.